Hey everybody, Johan Magnusson here, Big Swede Barbecue, and today we're cooking up Wagyu NY Strip Steak with roasted celery root. The celery root is not the most beautiful vegetable in the world, but when you roast these, they develop a nuttiness and a sweetness that makes them really, really tasty. So let's start preparing these. We're going to start by cutting the ends off each celery root, and then we want to carefully slice off the outer layer. Next, we want to dice this into medium-sized dices. The dices will have different shapes, but try to make them the same size. By doing that, they will cook more evenly. Then we want to place these in a bowl, and then we're going to drizzle them with caramelized garlic olive oil from Olivelli and toss. Next, we want to season this with salt and pepper. Then we're going to place these on a pan covered with some parchment papers. We want to set our Bertazzoni convection oven to 400 degrees convection bake. And then we're going to place the pan with the celery roots inside. Now we want to cook this for 15 to 20 minutes. After that, we're going to remove it. We're going to flip all the pieces over. And then we're going to add plenty of thyme and crushed walnuts. Now we want to put this back in the oven again for another 10-15 minutes until the celery roots are cooked all the way through and have nice, beautiful caramelization. So we got a beautiful Wagyu NY Strip Steak from the Terra Market, and we let it come up to room temperature, and then we're going to season it pretty heavily on both sides with flaky sea salt and pepper. We're going to place a pan on our induction top. We're going to set the temperature to high and add about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Then we're going to add the strip steak, and we're going to sear it until it reaches an inner temperature of about 130 degrees. You want to flip it every 30 seconds or so, and after 2 minutes, we're going to add some crushed garlic, some thyme, and 1/2 stick of butter. We want to keep sauteing the steak, and while it's cooking, we want to scoop a lot of that flavorful butter on top of the steak. When it reached an inner temperature of 130, we're going to remove it. We're going to let the steak rest for 5 to 7 minutes, and then we're going to slice it into thin slices. You want to plate the celery root and the walnuts. Then we're going to place the steak slices on top. Finally, we're going to drizzle this with some bourbon barrel-aged balsamic from Olivelli, and then this dish is ready to serve. And that is how I make my Wagyu NY Strip Steak with amazing roasted celery roots. And I think the only thing left to do is to try this and see what it tastes like. Oh man. That Wagyu from the Terra Market is amazing. You got the sweetness and the nuttiness from the celery root. This is a great combo. I hope you try it at home. Happy grilling.